here. So there we go. There's the desk. I'm going to go ahead and monitor. There we go. Well, I don't really like that one. Let's do this one. Hey, Mark, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Let me do a little chat to you too. Thanks for joining in. I've just got started here, Mark. I am trying to make sure everything's set up the way I want it. This is really an impromptu live stream. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream today at all, but then I had this little guy right here, and I decided that I wanted to do an unboxing. And oh, sound and video are great. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback on that. But I thought I'd go ahead and actually, it's interesting you say the sound and video is great, because what I am going to be looking at today, the ATEM Mini, is supposedly going to make it even better and add some additional features that I do not have with my current setup using OBS Studio, which I'm doing this. It's in front of me right there, but that is OBS Studio that you can't see. And so I thought I'd unbox this, step through it, maybe install some software and see what's so great about this thing. I have a couple of these. You do? Okay, Mark, that's perfect, because if you hang around, and again, I'm not assuming that you're going to hang around, but if you do hang around and I have issues because you have a few of them, you can probably add some color commentary, which is great, because this is brand new. I mean, the only thing that I have done at this point is to really look at this website and try and figure out what all the hubbub about this device are about. Seems like a lot of live streamers use them, but I'm looking at it not only for live stream, but I'm also hopeful, and Mark, maybe you can help me, that I can use this for some pre-recorded video and that it will help me cut down some editing. Because one of the things I notice is I can't produce content fast enough or in a timely manner because I have to keep doing edits with Davinci Resolve, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love Davinci Resolve. I love playing with it, but I don't always have the time to do it. And Mark is saying for sure the software is more powerful than I completely understand, but just allowing quickly swapping inputs and audio levels is great. Yeah, and I kind of get that. Really looking forward to that, which we can see with these buttons right here. But I'm also anxious to do some of the on-screen graphic stuff, because I love to build and create on-screen graphics and have some lower thirds, have some logos appear. And I understand that we can pre-roll some of that, put those in, and then with a couple of push of the buttons, I can have that pop up. And that would just save me time if I didn't have to do that in Davinci Resolve. But also, I'm really looking forward to trying this picture-in-picture. Mark, I don't know if you've used the picture-in-picture. If you have, one of the things I think I understand it, and so maybe you can verify, and we're going to get into it here in just a minute, but I think you can move those around the screen and resize them and provide some granularity about where those pictures go. I'm hopeful anyway. But this is the website right here. This is Blackmagic Design / products / ATEM Mini. Again, it's just Mark and I right now, but you know, some folks may be watching this after the live stream, which I know I do get a couple of views. Folks that like to check it out. But these are all the wonderful things it's supposed to do, and it's supposed to add, additional features as we've talked about. Now, I only have the Mini. I do not have the ATEM Mini Pro, or the one I'm really interested in is the ATEM Mini ISO or the Extreme, because I can broadcast and live stream directly from the device and won't even need a computer. And so what I have done is purchase the minimal that I can get by with, which is the ATEM Mini. And I do have a goal over on buymeacoffee.com. If I reach a certain goal, then I am going to upgrade to the ATEM Mini. I thought it was ISO, but this shows Extreme. I thought there was an ISO version that gives me everything I want, which is also the capability to save to a hard drive, which really would have been nice, a USB hard drive. So Mark is providing some great input here. The software is more powerful. Oh, we talked about that. The DVR stuff as well. You might be teaching me that. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, because I don't have the Pro, so I can't really save to the USB drive, which is too bad. I have used picture-in-picture. You can adjust it to better with the software. Okay. And then I have one Mini and one Pro, and as Mark says, the Pro saves to the hard drive. So that's what I'm interested in. And I believe it's the Extreme or the ISO, whichever that one is. It will save each individual video source as a separate stream. So there's some real interest for me on that, because that would make it easier later to do some editing as well. So we talked a little bit about the device. The one that I have, again, is this one right here. This is the ATEM Mini. Now I am using this device, which is fun. This allows me to switch in between screens if I activate the right screen here. And you can see I can do that. And I did do a live stream with this device. If you're interested in that, that's pretty cool. But that's what I've been doing with OBS to kind of get through. But this will really replace this once this is in place. This is still kind of nice for OBS, and you can see all the different screens I have. That's my bug zapping screen, Mark, if you've never been to a live stream. If you see that, that means I'm having some issues, and I'll be right back. And then I have this screen where when I'm doing retro computer videos, I can have like a Commodore 64 in there, a TI 994A, 128, those types of things. So I've got just a couple of screens, and this one is just kind of a fun screen where I can have this and this. This is a document camera, and I did a live stream on this document camera. This is the, oh my gosh, why can't I remember the name of it right now? This is the, this is what I get for not preparing. This is the, oh my goodness, why don't I remember what this is? So now what I'm doing is I'm going to my channel frantically trying to figure out what this is. Let me go to my webpage. This is called the, that's right, the IPEVO VZR. So there's a website, or I have a blog post on my website. Well, I've got it. I might as well just show it to you. So hold on here. Did it right there. And you can see I had we did a unboxing and live stream of that as well. So I've just been kind of toying around with live streams, Mark. So there you go. I know, right? I must have found you from C64 video. Yeah, probably so. You recognize this shot. Got it. Hey, well, so thanks for joining me. I think you're the only one out there. Let's go back and check and see if we've had anybody join us. No, you are it, Mark. You are my sole viewer today. How about that? And again, if you bounce out, don't worry. I'm not gonna take it personally. I know people have things that they need to do. I'm going to continue on because I probably will either post this directly live as it is, or I might come back in and edit a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm ready. I don't know about you, Mark, but I'm ready to dive in this thing. You've already opened one, so none of this is really going to be new to you, but boy, it's new to me, so I'm kind of excited about it. So I do have my trusty Swiss Army knife here, and we are going to get through the first phase of this, which looks like it is some plastic right here, and looks like it's going to open from the top, which is nice. I should have some music in the background, but I never know what I can play and what I can't play. I need to get me some royalty-free music that I can play in the background, and I'm sure there's a way I can do that with live streaming on YouTube, but I've just not really explored that yet either. So get rid of that. So I guess we can go around the box though. This is taking the foil off makes it a little bit easier. Not the foil, but the plastic. Nah. Yeah, tin foil. That would have been interesting, right, on here. ATEM Mini, powerful live production switcher designed for exciting YouTube live streaming. Again, this does not allow me to stream directly from it. There is a version where you could just go online right from this device and not even need a computer. If I get enough money at the buy me a coffee thing, then maybe I'll upgrade to that. No, actually, I shouldn't say maybe. I will. If I get to a certain amount, I have made the promise I will upgrade. Streams to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Skype. Now, this is interesting, too, because I do attend a lot of Zoom meetings. So, you know, I'm interested in hooking up a Canon M50, which I have over here, via HDMI into this, and maybe even using that for my Zoom. Right now, I'm using a Logitech Brio, which I really like, but I would really like to use my Canon as well. Here's some of the features right here. Secret broadcast features built in. I won't go through all of those. DVE for picture-in-picture, professional broadcast transitions. I'm anxious. I've forgotten that. And Mark, I don't know if you've used the built-in transitions, but I am kind of interested in the built-in transitions. That could be kind of fun. And again, save me some editing time. And then advanced Chroma Key. I have not done anything with the green screen. I don't know that I want to. I just kind of like, you know, welcome to my place, right? This is where I am. Happy to have you here. So I'm not really concerned about doing any chroma unless there's something down the road that I need to hide. I don't know why I would need to, but that's there if I want to do that. Here we have, and this is where I'm really digging my new camera, the IPEVO, because it's got this automatic software or focus, which is great. So switch your programs, manage media with the built-in media pool. That's what I was talking about, Mark, trying to figure out how I can do those titles, opening plates, all that business by just the press of a button. And then the audio mixer, I love my microphone here, but I'm kind of locked in where I am. I do have another room on the other side of that wall that has a larger workbench. It's a big white workbench, and I'd like to be able to take the ATEM, plug in a microphone, and be able to broadcast from there. I'll probably have a little lapel. It will never sound as good as the setup I have here, but at least give me some flexibility about where I am live streaming from, and would love to do some live stream out in my other area. So I think here's the other side. Right here. Oh, no, we did that one. There you go. Not much on that side, is there? And then finally, it is right here. Here we go. Here are the specifics of the device. Multicam live production, outputs to USB-C. My understanding is we plug it in via USB-C out to our computer. Our computer recognizes it as a camera, and then all the sources that we have input just plugs in. Hey, Miss Love, how are you? Good to see you. I I wondered if you were going to show up today. So Mark has joined me. We're doing nothing retro computer related today, Miss Love, but what we are doing is the ATEM Mini, which I am upgrading my studio a little bit today. So I'm just kind of sharing that as I go through it. So thanks for joining us. And Mark he owns one of these. Actually, he owns two of them. He owns this one and the Pro. So he is providing me some technical support and technical assistance as I go through this. So good to have you, Miss Love. And thanks. I don't think Miss Love has missed a live stream. Now, I didn't tell him in advance, late to the show, didn't get the notification. I posted it on Twitter, but yeah. And again, this was kind of impromptu. I wasn't really going to do it, but I was sitting here at my desk going, you know, I'm going to install this. Maybe I should just live stream it. So that's what I'm doing. It's random, completely random, Miss Love. So I'm glad that you joined us. So thanks for joining us. Looks like we have 3 people viewing, so that's good. We're slowly getting bigger. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into this device. And let me just get Miss Love kind of updated. This is the device right here that we're looking at. So the goal is faster, easier, and better live streams, Miss Love. So that's what I'm going for here. And I've been telling everybody I've got the cheapest model I could afford right now to deploy, and that's this one, the Mini. But Miss Love knows I have a Buy Me a Coffee, and I've set a goal over there. If I reach a certain amount, then I'm going to upgrade this to the super fancy ISO Pro version, which I can do everything, broadcast from, record from, everything. But this is one just to kind of get me started so that I can continue to do live streams easier. I think, Mark, we've spent a lot of time talking about this thing. It's time to open it up. Let's get inside. So we will open this. Now we are going to try and not only open it, we are going to see if we can install it. That'll be interesting because I'm not trying to install anything live while I'm doing, the live stream. Let me turn this around here. Yeah, I thought a goal, Miss Love, would be good that everybody could kind of rally around, and know that I'm going to continue. I'm not just asking for money just to put it in my pocket, because what I'm trying to do is invest back into some of the things I'm doing, like buying more retro computers for content or upgrading the video studio, all those types of things. So it's a good way to kind of make a commitment to those of you that are joining me along this kind of journey down live stream row and YouTube channel, which has just been a lot of fun and meeting just some great people. So it's great. This is the welcome manual from Blackmagic Design. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I am a big Blackmagic Design. I use big Blackmagic Design fan. I use Davinci Resolve for all my videos. Oh, and I guess I could show you this to show you how much of a Davinci Resolve fan I am. I don't think I've shown any of the viewers this, but I do have one of these too. This is the Davinci Resolve Speed Editor. So when I'm editing, I have this and can kind of go through there and just really do a great job with it. So it's really fast for editing. It really makes it make editing this video, if I decide to go back and cut it down, and make it really quick with some scrolls here. So I just thought I'd share that with you. My Blackmagic Design Studio options are getting larger. One of the things that'd be nice if I could afford is one of those Blackmagic cameras, but that's not going to happen. So that's one of those big dreams, right? So this is the welcome guide for this. We have our online manual, latest software. I did not download that in advance. We'll see where that is. Here's a nice little thank you card right here. And I'll pause so that you can look. Yeah, the physical wheel is great. Mark, do you actually have one of the speed editors? Inside here, we have download the instruction manual. So we do have a QR code. So got the phone over here. We might look at that. And then leading the creative video revolution. All right. Here's the software installer. Blackmagic is committed to reducing waste, so we are removing the SD card. I did pre-download the software. I have the software on my desktop. If I scroll right here, right there. So we'll install that and see how that works too. And again, we may come back to Mark for assistance on that if we have some issues. So we have that right there. We get a nice little sticker, which I have several of these. I think I have 3 of these now. You don't have the speed editor. The speed editor is nice because when you, and I think the promotion is still going on, but when you purchase the speed editor, you get the pro version of Davinci Resolve Studio for free, sort of. So at the time, I was just dabbling in Davinci Resolve, and I thought, you know what, I really want that wheel, and I wouldn't mind having the pro version. So it just all kind of came together. You got the pro version for free, which was great. Mark says, honestly, I mostly use the ATEM for doing video cuts and such on video calls at work. And see, that's the other thing I'm thinking about doing with all the, I spend a lot of time on Zoom for work, the real gig, right? The paying gig, and showing off my desktop, cutting between cameras, or sometimes something else is fun. That's a great idea. And I also do some teaching on occasion. I'm not teaching this semester, but I also think for video and online learning, it could really be a great tool, which is one of the reasons I like this document camera too. That's really handy. So looking forward to that. And Mark also says, I used to do a lot of video editing. Now I mostly just do single take stuff. Well, that's what I want to get to, right? Because video editing just takes so long. So back to this, we have Davinci Resolve 17, which is already installed on my computer, so we don't really need that. And yes, it's free, but again, you can get the pro version, which is lifetime, which is another thing I like. You pay one-time fee, and it's done. No more, all that. So when I got the speed editor and lifetime, that's just been great. So really, Blackmagic Design is becoming one of my favorite brands, right up there with Apple and Commodore, right? Who's not even around anymore. All right, here we have inside. Don't need these. Miss Love, you probably would use one. Which one of these would you use where you are? Now, I need this one, so I'm going to keep that one. That's interesting. There you go. There's what's available there. So we'll put those to the side. I do not, and I don't even know, what am I supposed to do with these? Guys, any questions or any solutions about what I do with these when I don't need them? I guess I'm just going to recycle them because I'll never use them. And here's the one I need right here. And I get why they do it, because they want a single product SKU that they can send out. But it'd be nice if maybe they could at least do this per and not have all that waste. As my wife says, we have way too much waste. Let's see. I'm not sure what she's referring to there, though. She could be talking about me. Could be. Anyway, let's go ahead and click that in. So we've got this done. Let me go back to the chat room. Mark says, I use it for teaching people at work, cutting to code, cutting to a different computer to show off various. So you're a programmer, are you, Mark? Well, good to meet you. That's one of the things I have not coded in years. I really would like to do that at some point. Miss Love, the right one with 2 round thingies. All right, the right one with 2 round thingies. So right one with, that's this one. That's that one. That's the one you're using in your neck of the woods, as we say. So good to know. If you need one of these, let me know. I'll send it over your way. I don't know. I guess I would. This is nice too. The power supply connector to the unit itself is it screws in so that you can accidentally pull it out during a live stream, cut your power and that type of thing. Yep, 22050. Yes. Good evening. Hey, Oliver, welcome. It's good to have you back. We're just we're doing this thing. Let me just kind of get you up to date quickly. We're doing this thing right here. I'm opening the box on the ATEM Mini. You can go kind of back up in the chat and you can kind of see some things. Although I don't know if you see the chat previous. I don't know where the chat comes in when you pop in, but great to have you here. We're opening the box. Right now I've got it kind of sort of open. Let me show you where we are. We're right here. We're getting ready to dig into it. But the short of it is, it's not a retro computing live stream today. It's more of a studio upgrade. And so that's what I'm kind of sharing off. So sharing. So Oliver, thanks for joining us. How many people we have now? It looks like we've got 3 of you active in chat, which is great. 3 of you are chatting and you're concurrent users. So that's wonderful. Good to have all 3 of you here. So, all right, we're digging in now. Oliver, for your edification, what I'm also going to try and do is we're going to try and install the software and connect the ATEM. I don't know if I can do that with OBS. I think at some point we may have some kind of conflict, but we'll see where we get, we'll try it out. Okay, so I'm moving this out get rid of the styrofoam, and here it is. Here is the ATEM Mini. Oliver, just for you, it is... Mark owns one of these, so he is my technical support through this, and he uses one regularly, which is great. And he's using it for coding, so he's using it for all the right things in a modern way that I want to use it for the live stream with the retro stuff. This is really nice. This is heavy, feels good. Let me get the box out of the way. Let me make sure there's nothing else in here. Yep, doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Now, the other great thing about my little IPVO is I can zoom in for us here, and we can get closer. And ooh, it's a little blurry. I wonder why I'm having that issue. Let me hit my autofocus here. There we go. Yeah, now and I'm gonna go ahead and lock in my autofocus. I can do that with this IPVO camera. Okay, clicked in, good. And now that's really nice because it will not drop focus as long as we're right here. So again, that IPVO camera is really nice. Mark, if this camera could be something you might be interested in, check out my blog post I've got, or the live stream. The blog post has got a lot of great information on it too, but this IPVO I'm just really digging. And the other nice thing about this webcam is it has an HDMI out. It's not just a USB out document camera, it's an HDMI. So guess where that's going to go? That's right. It's going to go in one of these slots. So I'll be able to switch and use this camera on this device too. So, kind of the plan. So here are the buttons feel good. Of course, no power to it right now. And I have no earthly idea what these buttons do. I'm assuming this switches between the sources right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those are HDMI in sources. And we got some buttons up here, which according to Mark, he says this is a little, there's a lot of stuff in here that you can do. And a lot of this stuff is only available through the software. I might be interested in your audio equipment. My microphone seems to not so well suited for recording video. Yeah, I should probably let you all know at some point what I'm using. I get a lot of comments about my audio, especially in my Zoom meetings. Everybody says, "Oh, here comes Steven. He's got that high quality radio mic," and they see it too. So I am using. This is the MXL. Which one is it? The 990, MXL 990. It is, of course, a XLR mic. It's running to so you guys are catching me all the names. This is a Pro FX 8 version 2. So I have it plugged into one of the input sources. I've changed the gain just a little bit. I've changed the audio, boosted up the bass, so that's why I sound a little deeper than I probably do in real life, but that always adds a little bit of professionalism too. But it also picks up that thing. You notice that I smack my lips a lot. That's one of the things I've got to do better, is not doing that so much. So I'm working on that. I realize I do it. I just need to stop doing it. And I can run it through. But the other cool thing that I can do, can I do that here? I know we've digressed from this, but I'll get back to it. Let me show you something else I can do that's kind of fun. I can bring up the volume. I can do some special effects. So if I want to be in a big stadium, I can do that. Here's some other sounds. So I can do this. I can come over here. And I can have this kind of source. Just a lot of different special effects I can do too. And this is really in a cave at this point. But yeah, my audio is just a lot of fun. So let me see if I can turn this off. Actually, I can kick that up more. Hold on a second. Let me give you something. There you go. How about that? And I can kick that in. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Dumb audio sounds. Isn't that great? So so you can just really play around with it. It's a great little mixer. It is a 4 XLR device, but it's pretty good. Let me go ahead and turn this off. I don't need that anymore. There we go. And it did take me a while. Yeah, the Halloween vibe. It's like October, so perfect. And it's funny you say that because we had an all hands meeting. I hosted an all hands meeting where I work. And it was the Halloween edition. We were all in costumes. And of course, I had to put the big reverb on, and they were enjoying that. So, it's the little things that can make people happy, right? So going back to the Blackmagic, here we go. We do have picture-in-picture up here. We have, I'm assuming this is chroma keying here. We have our duration of our cuts, which are right here. So you can have half-second cut, 1 second, 1.5, 2. And there are different cut effects that you can turn on. And those evidently have to be set up through the software, which we're going to try and install here in just a minute and see how that works. And then you have some effects over here for your transitions. You have auto, and I have no earthly ideal. No earthly idea what this is. So what is FTB, Mark? Do you know what FTB is? I should know. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm not sure what that is. Fade to black. Thank you, sir. That makes so much sense. So you hit that and you're going to fade to black. Perfect. Thank you, Mark. See, this is why you're here. You're adding value and making me smarter just by your presence. I feel so much smarter. So thank you for that. Let's go ahead and look on the back here and see, or on, yeah, right here. So here's where we plug in our power. The ATEM control, my understanding is you can connect network to your PC or your Mac, which is what I have. And I'm not sure. I think you can control your software or do some other thing. I'm going to have to research that a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see, do I have to do this to use the software? Maybe Mark can tell us that. Or can I just plug this in and I can transfer things using the software? Or maybe we'll just find out. Do I have an open port up there? I do have an open. Yeah, I do. Okay, good. I do have an open network port. So if we do need to plug in network to network, I can do that. Yes. Let's see, Mark. Will you leave this plugged in all the time? I unplug mine every night since it... Oh, I've heard it heats up. I did get the... not the... Oh, no, wait. That was a different device. I'm not sure. I might set this up on a... I have a bunch of Wise plugs. So for a lot of devices like this, I set them up on Wise plugs. So I may plug it in through a Wise plug, and then I can just tell my assistant, hey, turn on the ATEM, and it'll power it up. So I think I'll probably do that. The other thing I like with my Google Assistant is I can say, hey, assistant, virtual meetings or live streaming. And then what it'll do is it'll turn on all those devices for me and get ready. So I'll probably do that with this, especially if you're telling me it heats up. No need to use Ethernet. Ethernet is a cool feature, which it surprises me that I can't live stream from this device, even with an Ethernet port, unfortunately. Now you can with your Pro. You can go live stream directly with your Pro, but I can't do that with this one, which is kind of sad. But that's why I've got the buy me a coffee goal. So once I get a certain level, I can do this, get that upgraded. Because even if I have the upgraded, there is the location behind the wall, as I was mentioning. I would use this for this or take this to work with me. So there's lots of uses for just the non-network version. We do have 2 mics, and that's going to use that Fairlight software to mix those mics. And that's where I think we will need the software again. I might use a lapel pin, but I'm not going to get this kind of... I'll miss this microphone. I can tell you that for sure. On the bottom here, you can see our serial number. We have, here's some vents. I guess it's supposed to be a little cooler if we do that. You should add the buy me a coffee to your live video description. It's actually, I think it is in there, Mark. I think it is. If it's not, let me know, but I think that is in there. And I also have added the buy me a coffee link to my YouTube profile. It's, but you know where it's the most annoying? Here, let me show you. And Ms. Slav has seen this. Let me show you where it's the most annoying. So if you go to my blog, you get the big thing right here. You can't miss it. It's on every page. No matter what page you go to, you are going to hit this little guy right here. And so you can just click on that and there you go. So that's, I'm trying not to be too annoying with it, but you know, that's kind of a location where it gets annoying. So let me go ahead and get back out of that. Oh, really? You just see the Twitter, and interesting, because I thought I updated that. I will endeavor to fix that. Thank you, Mark. I thought I did that. Maybe I did something wrong. Oh, you missed that on the blog. The blog. No, thank you. I appreciate that. The blog has been a work in progress for quite some time, but there's a lot of stuff there. I mean, there's years and years of stuff you will never read on that blog. So thank you for that. Let's go ahead. You know, that's got Twitter. I don't need Twitter going. Let's go back. We have, we got 4 concurrent users. Somebody just joined us. If they want to join us in the chat, that'd be great. Let me go back to my desk. All right. So this is, I think we've hit all the sides, right? Yeah. So now, interesting. You know, what's also interesting, they don't provide a USB-C cable. Mark, did you notice that? Oh my goodness. Miss Love, you did not have to do that donation. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'm going to add it to your totals because one of the things I've done is I've created a supporter page, And I believe Mislav's goal is to be my biggest supporter ever. I sense that he's just on this goal to always be at the top. So thank you so much. And Mark, how about that? Now you again, I really appreciate you're here. This might be able to help you buy a single Starbucks. A little truth to the matter. When I go to Starbucks, I don't buy those frou-frou drinks. I just get a cup of coffee. And so for just a cup of coffee, I can get quite a few of those with that. So thank you so much, Mark. Actually, what I'm going to do, Mark, is I'm going to take that. I'm going to throw it to the buy me a coffee big goal for the pro. So I'm going to add it to that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I was not expecting you to do that today. So that is awfully nice of you, Mark. Miss Love, thank you as always for your continued contribution. And this is what makes me come back every weekend. It's not the money, but just hanging out with you guys. This is like, it's become my own, I wouldn't say support group, but it kind of is a support group. It's kind of nice. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. That's so nice of you. And Mark, also, because of that great and wonderful donation, you will be added to the supporter page on the website. If you've not seen that, I can bring that up really quickly here for you so that you can see it. And so you'll be added to the wall of fame here as one of the best supporters in the world. And then you can see what you get for being a supporter. And you can see some of the things I'm hoping to do later with support and having the greatest supporters in the world. So just kind of keep that on in your mind. Going back to this. Okay, so let's go back to the ATEM Mini here and see if we can, hey, you guys want to try and install the software? I think that's our next step. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the desktop here. And so what I've done is I think I can blow this up a little bit for you. Let's go back over here. I've got this software right here. We're going to double click on it. It's running from a volume, an attached volume here. And I guess I need to, while this is loading, I need to go find a USB-C cable because I'm going to need that. So once I get it started, I am going to put the mic on pause here for just a minute, and then I'm going to go rummage through some cables. So do you think it's in the bottom somewhere? I'm checking. I have no USB-C cable. There was not a USB. I've checked on the back of all the packaging. Let's see, does it say what's included? Don't see it, Mark. I think I'm on my own. Now, I don't think you're crazy. I can't call you crazy because you're a supporter, and I can't call my supporters crazy, so I'm not going to do that. So if there is one in there, I'm missing it, but I don't think there is. I've been through it several times. So let's go ahead and get this going here. Continue, agree. Let's go ahead and put that on our main volume here. We're going to do this. We're going to do install. We're going to type in my password, and I just messed it up, so let's try it again. And let's go ahead and install software, and give me just a second, and I am going to go look for a cable, and I'll be right back. Chat amongst yourselves, friends. I know, right? Zapping bugs. It's funny. I did that during COVID. I think I was a little loopy during that time. But that is my bug zapping screen. I love my little bug zapping screen. It is so much fun. And hey, guys, look what I found. I found a USB cable, USB-C. So I'm not sure where this came from. It was in my box of USB cables. And it looks like it's left over from some device that used it. But it's hopefully it'll work and it will be long enough. That'll be key too. Also looks like we were successful, so I'll go ahead and hit close there. And let's close this out here. And we'll close this out. And it looks like it's ATEM setup. Let's see. Oh, there it is. ATEM control software. We'll go ahead and pull that up. Or do I need to do the setup first? Let's find out what we need to do. Let me see if there's some instructions here about what we need to do first. Looking at... Let's see. Please check. Doesn't say which one we're supposed to do. Mark, any ideas about which one we do first? Do we do the setup? And let me get back here so that you know what I'm talking about. Do we do the software control or do we need to do the setup? And what is this? Switchers. That's it. You know what? I'm just going to go. I'm going to try setup. I'm going for it. Here we go. We're just going to go for it. See what happens. And see what it says. Okay, no ATEM found. So connect the ATEM is properly connected or okay, so this is where I need to plug it in, I'm going to assume. So I'm going to come back down here and see if we can plug this USB-C. Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. I wonder, do I have an open USB-C? I don't know that I do. Let's see. How about that shot of my stomach? Was that fun? That was good for you, wasn't it? Okay, so setup is very dull. Software control will just, okay. So I wonder now, I had a USB-C to USB-C, but I wonder if I can set this up. I think what I'm going to do is get a different cable, which is a USB-C to USB. So hang on just a second. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I think what I'm going to try and do is I've got this USB-C to USB-A cable from IKEA of all places. Yes, I know. Why would you buy cables from IKEA? Because they're cheap. That's why. And I really like this rope kind of feel, which is nice. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do this. I know I have an open USB-A, so let's set that up. This is the one I use on a regular basis when I'm doing these videos. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in, and hopefully nothing catches fire again. Let's see, not again. It's never really caught fire. Okay, it's plugged in. It'll be interesting because I don't see any lights or anything. Should some lights come on or something? Or what should happen here? What is going on there? Maybe we'll restart this and try this again. Let's try the software control, see what happens. Okay, and we'll continue. Let's see, transition control. Let's give that a shot. I guess you'd like to see what I'm doing, wouldn't you? And manual IP address. So I see here when we do this, so it is not working. I think a USB to C/A cable into my Mac Mini. So it's going right into your Mac Mini. Interestingly, this does not appear to be working. Now I'm going to try a different cable and see if that fixes it. So let me grab a different one. All right, so I have a different cable here. I don't think that other one that I had was just a charging cable, but you know, it really could have been since I just got it at IKEA for really cheap. And so I'm going to try this right here. We're going to plug this one in. Excuse me. We're going to plug this in. And nothing. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, you need power. We just figured it out, didn't we? Oh, my gosh. When you want your money back, because if some guy who couldn't even figure out how to put power on his device was streaming live and didn't put power, oh my goodness, yeah, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Let's get some power. I even talked about the power adapter. This is what always happens to me. You know, I sit here and I do these boneheaded things. Expert support, Mark. Expert support. See, all the way down to the wire. The sad part about all of this is I have taught troubleshooting and repair in my life, and sure enough, first thing I'm doing is trying different cables, not even checking the power cord. So that's how hard it is. Okay, so I do need to once again step behind something to plug something in. So so you don't have to look at my stomach. I'm going to go back to my bugs. Hang on. We have power. How about that? It's amazing when you plug in. Hey, little note to everybody: when you plug in electrical devices, they work. Okay, so that's how that works. Hey, and on top of that, as soon as I did that, check out. Look what happened. There you go. So there it is. It's actually recognizing it there. So that is coming back to this. There's all the lights. That's pretty cool. Very lit up. My goodness, it looks like a studio here. Kind of cool. I think I can, the other thing about this is it seems kind of bright. Let's go ahead and I'm going to take down my, let's zoom in and let's bring down my brightness a little bit. You can do that with this other IPVO camera, which is nice. You can take down the exposure a little bit. There we go. That makes it a little bit easier so that you can at least see this. Okay, so now let's see what we can do. Let me check out the chat room. I've been remiss. I wonder how much power this thing draws. That's a good question. I think it's I should have looked. No, now see, I've already plugged in the power adapter. If I had looked at the power adapter before I plugged it in, I could tell you. So sorry about that. I want to set up SSH network in my home. So set that up in your home or set it up to devices, because your device specifically will have SSH built in. So on my Mac, I can SSH in my Raspberry Pis. It's not really, the way I understand, it's not really you're building a network. Each device, you're just turning on SSH access. So I think that's what you want, Miss Slav. And what is not working sounds pretty bad. Oh, you guys are doing some tech support in the chat room. I love it. So you guys help each other while I'm working on this. Oh, 12 volts. Okay, great. Thanks, Mark. That's perfect. So good. I'm glad you guys are helping each other, getting to know each other. That is awesome. So thanks for doing that. While you guys are troubleshooting Miss Slav's home network, I am going to come back in here and see what we have to install this thing. Let me go ahead. I also want to check out, see what we're doing here. Okay, we still have four people watching, which is great. Yeah, Mark is doing the tech support. Oliver's just watching. So that's great. All right, so let's go back to our software. And let me see if I can figure out where that is. And then I'll show you guys. So let me pull that back up here. And I am going to maximize this. The ATEM setup. There we go. All right, so now let's go back to here, and I believe let's see. It says it's connected. What do these buttons do? I wish there were some kind of flyover here. Let's see what happens if I hit this. Okay, so this is the setup. It's on software version 8.6. Here's the IP address interesting that it gets its own IP address and it's plugged in USB-C. Oh, here's button brightness. Oh, this is nice. So if I pull this back, oh, I like that. The button, yeah, the button brightness actually pops down. So let me show you how this works. Let me go back to the desk here. So as I move this, watch what happens to the buttons. So you can see them getting brighter and less bright or dimmer. There you go. So that's kind of nice. So depending on the environment you are in, that's pretty cool. Let me go back to my desktop here. We'll go ahead. I don't think there's anything much more I want to do in there. Oh, here's documentation. If I want to download the manual right here, if I click on that, hey, there it is. Perfect. So I am going to save that to my desktop, and later I will move that. Is it going to let me? Yeah, file, duplicate. There we go. Let's get a duplicate of that. And then we're going to put that on my desktop, and I will take that with me. Oh, it's already there. Perfect. So let's get rid of that. And I'm going to be doing a little more travel this week for business, so I can start to dive into that and see how this thing works. So there's probably a lot of the answers to the questions that we've been asking through this whole live stream are probably right there. We'll go ahead and close that up. And we'll go ahead and save this. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And then I think we want to go into our ATEM software control. Let's go ahead and connect, and it says nothing there. Let's go ahead and oh, there we go. Perfect. So check that out. So this is the ATEM software control that allows us to do things in software and provide additional features that you can't access just using the buttons alone. So now here's what I don't know, guys. I don't know that I can go much further than this. I mean, I can look at the software, but I think because of the way everything's set up right now, I definitely don't have an open USB port now to plug in. I guess I could try and plug in this camera, but then that's going to shut everything down. So I think as far as hardware, we are probably as far as we can go right now. But the good thing to know is probably the next live stream that I do, this will all be set up somewhere, either here or in my workbench behind the wall back there, as I mentioned earlier. I'm going to try and figure that out. So with probably between now and next week, I'll start taking a look at this and trying to figure out where I want to install it. Do I want to keep it on the desk? If I keep it on the desk, then I can use it for Zoom meetings and some other things. So I'll be playing with it. I'll probably be doing some recording with it and trial with it. But there's not much more hardware I can do with this device right now. I really can't plug in anything in the back. I could have broken out the Canon M50 and brought that and plugged it in. But at this point, because I didn't prepare for that, that would just leave you hanging in a lot of bug screens. So I'm not going to do that. But before I do end the live stream, though, let's go ahead and go back one more time to the software, which is if I can ever get back to my desktop. There we go. And I'm going to minimize these windows here. And I don't know, can I maximize that? There we go. That makes that a little bit bigger. And let's just take a look at the software and see what features we have. And it looks like here we have our program, Cam 1, Cam 2, Cam 3, Cam 4. Now there is another version that has many more cameras. This is more kind of the consumer version, prosumer. I don't know that I would classify myself a pro at any point, any stretch of the imagination. So consumer point, and you can switch between these. So what's nice is, as I'm hitting this here, if I go here, you can see that will change. See those change right there? So that's neat. So those are talking to each other live. So not only can I use the hardware switches here, I can use the software. Now here's what I just noticed doing this. If I go back here, when I hit the buttons on the hardware, watch what happens to my software. And you can see those going live. So that's pretty cool. So you definitely have direct access back and forth. And then there's this piece down here called preview. We'll have to figure out what that is. I do know that there is a preview out that, you know what? I might be able to set that up. Hold on a second. Using OBS, I may be able to do something live here. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it live, see if this works. I'm going to go here. I'm going to add a video capture device, and we're going to call this the ATEM Mini. I'm going to say OK. Now, you're not seeing what I'm doing, but Blackmagic design. Oh yeah. Now I think you're seeing this right here. And if I click OK, now this is interesting. Now you're seeing, and again, I'm going, but there's no output because I don't have any inputs. So I'm not sure if we're going to see anything, but I just thought this was kind of cool. Let me see if I can pull up something here. Oh, here's bars. There we go. There's bars. So there's your test bars. So now I've turned that on the software so that you see the test bars. And again, I've just overlaid another input source in OBS, which that's kind of cool. That's got me thinking up here. Yeah, exactly, Mark. You can press the buttons on the software and watch the lights move on the XD, which is really cool. So there are some things I can show you. If I had something plugged in video, then I could show you the video being plugged in. So this is, you know, as I was thinking about this before, I thought, you know, I'm probably going to use one or the other. I'm not going to use OBS and the ATEM, but already I'm seeing, well, maybe I will. Maybe I will want to use this in conjunction with OBS Studio for some advanced types of things. So that's really neat. You can always plug your Mac into the ATEM or a phone. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. You could have the phone plugged in through HD, or a Mac could plug in too. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, I was planning on doing, oh, you use it. Okay, good. So Mark's using OBS with the ATEM as well. So he's probably started to play with some of these more kind of interesting setups. But again, I think there's some things for live stream. Maybe I won't use both of them together, but if I'm doing some recording, or maybe vice versa, I don't know. Well, this has really got me thinking. This is a lot of fun. And you know what? Here's the thing that's great. It's more fun with you guys hanging out in the chat room with me, which is amazing because you guys are providing some options and some ideas. So thanks for that. This is really proving to be more fun than it would have been if I were just sitting here doing it myself. Especially with, I shouldn't specifically call you out, Mark, but I'm going to because you own one of these. So you've really added a lot. Let me go in here and see. There are next transitions like on the air. I don't know what that does. I'm just kind of going through here. Let me turn the bars off here. MP1. I don't think I can get anything else. I'm clicking on buttons just to see if anything else shows up on the screen, but I don't think without any input source I can do much. There's, oh, that's pretty cool. There's an auto rate. Let me go back here so you can see what I'm doing. If I hit this auto, it automatically transitions in and out. Here's fade to black that we were talking about earlier, and you see it go from, see now, Mark, again, now I know what FTB is because you told me it was fade to black. So there you go. I think you can do the video source. Like which one? I think you can do, help me out, Mark. What do you mean? You think I can do the video source? So you think there's some way, oh, I see what you're saying. Could I plug something in? I gotcha. I don't think I have a USB cable of any kind for my phone. That would be the easiest, but I don't know if I have one of those. I don't think I have a USB to HDMI connector. Actually, I do, but I don't know where it is, and it would take a while to find it. So if I just had something HDMI I could plug in. Hold on a second. Okay, hang in there. I guess I'm going to try it. Select the media at the bottom of the software. Gotcha. I'm tracking. Okay, I'm going down to media, and I couldn't find my cable for that. So, oh, I see. Okay, so no media. Let's see if we. No media assigned. If you select video, you can pick a video off of your computer. Oh, really? All right. Well, let me see. Okay, I've got, obviously I have lots of video on the computer. So let's do something from Mouster. Now there's video in here, but it is not showing up. Here we go. Let's see if there's something here. It's not showing the video, which is if you select videos, you can pick a video off your computer. It might pop in video local files. Yeah, I tried that, Mislav. I was trying to do the Mega 65 part 1 video, but it is not showing. None of the video is not showing up. It's only showing JPEG. So I can show a JPEG image. It looks like. I don't know. Is this like a drag into here? Yeah, so there it is. So maybe if I go back now to the switcher, now I don't know how to do this. So again, I'm just I've got to read. Oh, here's a camera. Hold on a second. Oh, that's just modifying the camera itself. It's not letting me put video in there. Yeah, Mark, the Mega is so much fun. I do have the dev kit, and I did get one of the first 400 of the December release versions, which I'm really excited about. So there'll be a lot of content there. If you've not seen my Mega stuff, I've got a ton of stuff about the Mega. If you go to stephencombs.com or retrocombs.com/Mega65, you can see all the stuff I've done there, which will just get you more excited. But it doesn't looks like this is only doing stills, Mark. I'm not seeing a way to actually put video in there. Yeah, I know. So it's we're all just trying here, and that was a great thought. And I thought, yeah, that would be really cool. So I don't think it's going to do that. So let me just go ahead and we'll go back to the switcher here. We do have our media player. Oh, well, now here's a media player. Interesting. Still. Yeah, so there's the media player right there. If we were to play that, and I'm not sure how we do that on our screen. Let me go back here and see what's happening. Let's see what's happening right here. There it is. Hey, check it out. There it is. There we go. So there is a piece of media that's being shown. Now, based on what we know, what I could come back in here and do is let's do another one right here. Yeah, this is a fun one because this has, and so what it's doing is it's uploading those images from my Mac to the actual ATEM software control. Now I can go back to the switcher, and you're looking on the screen right now. I'm going to switch that to this one. So at least now I know how I can move in between some video. So that's kind of cool. Thinking of buying the C64. Don't think I will be able to afford yeah, it's pretty pricey. Yeah, admittedly. I do like the C64, although I was able to snag the VIC-20, which I prefer because the VIC-20 was my first. As a matter of fact, it's right back. There it is. It's right there. You can see it right behind me, right there under the purple lamp. That is the VIC-20. Since that was my first computer, I like it. Now, it's basically the same as the C64, only in a VIC-20 form factor, which is really cool. Let's see. Mark says I can now do a slow fade to transition using the software bar. I can. Let's try that. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Not doing something right. See, you're asking me to do these things, and okay, so now you can do the slow fade transition to the title bar. Mine too. Mine too. Yours is the Oliver. Yours is the VIC-20, or yours is what? Oops. I know. Let's see. I'm going to try. Well, let's see if we do this. There it is. Look at that. I'm switching in between sources. There you go. Right there. I had a button that I was magically playing around. So, yeah. So my second source was the color bar. So I got you. So the first source, let's go back up here. Cam 1, we can make that this one. On air, there we go. And then this one, let's try and mix it down, see what happens. Oh, I mixed from the same one to the same one, so I need to go back here. This is going to take a while, but I think I'm going to have a blast playing with this. So then if I go back to cam 1 here, and I say that that's joystick 2, and then I should be able to, oh, I'm doing the same one. Hold on. There we go. Let's try it again. What am I doing wrong? Anyway, well, I will play with that. I'm not going to continue. You got that. So you have the top row of icons and second row. Pick a destination to transition to the second row. Okay, you need to pick a second source on the software. So you have the top row of icons. Got it. So I'm going to go back here. The top row of icons here. And a second row, pick a destination to transition to. So that'd be like maybe here. And then I choose that one here. So let's see. This one should be this one. And then this one should be, well, I see it. I thought I was doing it, but I'm not doing something right. So I just don't know what I'm doing. Oliver, do you have a channel on YouTube? Yes, Oliver needs a channel on YouTube. So let's see. We found some fun things to do with the video. So I'm going to, you got that. So you have to, I'm going to play with it. I'm sure, Mark, you were telling me exactly what I need to know, but I am just not getting it right now. So let me go back here and we'll just do a couple more things and then we will log off for now so that you guys can get back to your Saturday. For a lot of you, it's your Saturday evening. So that's true. So here's our output. We have capture video. Please install Blackmagic design video. That's going to be interesting. I need to find out what that's about. Looks like that could just be different video sources. Here's capture a still. We can capture still from different things. Timecode generator. That's nice. So that's running right now. So we have that. We talked about the media and the palettes. And again, I'll come back and play with that and figure out what that is. There we go. There's our fade to black for that piece. We do have our media that we looked at, our audio we've looked at, and our cameras. So I think we have done about all we can do. I can come back and show you what the settings looks like. We have our general right here. So set standard. I typically am at 30 frames per second. So I'm going to go ahead and set that now. Yeah, no switcher. What? No switcher connected. Oh, so it probably reset it and then it had to come back online would be my guess. So we have that, our media pool, our camera control. I don't have anything. Here's our audio we can set up. I probably, again, will try a camera or a microphone in here. Labels, hyperdeck, and then remote. I have no earthly idea. Again, I'll take a look at all of these things and see what happens. So there we go. I think that's about all I can do at this point with, let me get rid of this source here. Let me get rid of, actually, I'm just going to turn it off. And I think that's about all we can do with this for now. So let me see what's going on in the chat room, get caught up here. Something about where did you post your benchmark video? What the benchmark video, what are we, let's see, let me go back up. What are we, did you pick a second? What kind of benchmark video am I missing? What do I need to be watching? What am I missing, guys? Is there, let's see, let me scroll up here. Yeah, Mark is the only real, yeah, I missed that somewhere, but I'll go back and review the chat and get caught up. So I think for now, let me see what our viewership was here. Let me get some stats for us. I think we were 5 at one point. It looks like we were at one point, and I lost a lot of people there. At one point, we had 8 folks who were on the stream at one time. Right now, it's the 3 of you who have hung in there. Now, I will go ahead and save this and decide whether it's not going to be live as soon as this is done. I actually have this live stream scheduled to go offline after the live stream. So I'll take some time to decide if I just want to leave it. If I have time to edit the video and shorten it down, I might do that. Although I may just leave it the way it is. I just think this is good enough for what I'm doing today. I'm just kind of playing around, and somebody else may find some value scrubbing through there. So I might go back in and put a few time codes about what we did. There will probably be a companion blog post that basically just posts this, but it will also include your names in the companion blog post to show that you participated. And I will also thank each of you again who contributed today. Again, thank you for that. Mark and Mislav for your generous little tip along the way. I really appreciate you doing that and being a part of it. And this is, again, so much fun. It's so much more fun just to try this out with you guys here than me just doing it by myself and, you know, kind of feeling alone. But so this is cool. So let me just catch up on right now. So I see what you're benchmarking. I got you caught up now. So the top rows, we did that. Oliver said he did a benchmark video on the Mega 65. Oh, did you, Oliver? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. So I'll go take a look at that. If you want to put that chat in the room, feel free to do that. Click me, it should take you to my channel. There it is. There. So Oliver put a, let's go ahead. Well, let me just go ahead and pull that up and see where your channel is, Mark. Or I mean, Oliver. I was looking on here. I clicked the little thing and it didn't pop up. What happened? I was going to show everybody your channel. Is it in here? No, it's not there. Let me see. Let me go ahead and just pull it up the old-fashioned way. YouTube. And I'm going to assume it's under Oliver Graph. So pulling it up. I don't think you're you're not the 500 real estate entrepreneur. So that's not, let's see. How can I get to your page, Oliver, quickly? Oh, here it is. Mega 65 computation power. Is that it? I think, oh, there we go. Got it. Here's the link, guys. Here's what you're wanting to look at right here. There you go. So that'll get you there. And then Oliver's page is right here, as you can see it. Hey, look what I'm getting ready to do, Oliver. Subscribe. There you go. I am in. And then I'm going to do an alert so that I know when you post new stuff, because you got some Mega 65 stuff I want to keep up with. So thanks for that. Thanks for sharing. That's great. I will make sure, and if you like, I can put that in the companion the blog post page. So if you want to do that. Discord, a lot of us are spending more. I've spent more time on Discord since I started in the Mega 65 community than I have ever spent. So that's been a lot of fun too. All right, so I think that concludes it for today. But definitely make sure that you subscribe to Oliver's channel if you want to know more about the Mega 65 stuff that he's doing. I can't wait to look at the computation power. I'm really looking forward to seeing that video. I don't know where. Oh, Mark, you don't know where the Mega 65 Discord is? Oh my gosh. Sir, let me help you out. It is fabulous. Hold on just a second. I am going to pull that up and share that with you right now. Let me go ahead and bring up my screen here. Yeah, Oliver and Mark and you, Mislav, have been a pleasure for sure. So I'm going ahead and bringing up the Discord for the Mega 65. Hook a brother up. I'm working on it. If this thing will ever start over here, I will get you the page and share it with you. And so here is the Discord page right here, Mega 65. It's a great group. I got to tell you, this is one of the best online communities I have ever spent time with. And let me go ahead and I thought, yeah, I can invite people. I can copy that. I believe that works. Let's see. And let's see if I can put it in the chat room for you. There you go. Try that out. See if that works for you. But that should get you into the Mega 65 Discord, where if you have an interest in that, that's where you can get all your answers. That's where all the pros live. And that doesn't include me. I'm in there, but I'm not one of the pros. I'm one of the guys hacking around with it and having a blast playing with it. So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and we'll see you in there. Say hello to me when you get in there, because you may use a different name than what you're using here. I'm Retro Combs in the Discord, so I'll be easy to find. Same logo, same everything, so I'll be easy to find. So say hello when you are in there, and look forward to having you join us. Good, Mark. Mark is in. So Mark, make sure you, again, reach out, drop a chat. Let me know you're there. Well, let me see. Let me go to the welcome and newbies. You should be in there automatically. There you go. Mark Dell. I'm going to wave to say hi. So if everybody else wants to see what that looks like, I'm going to go here and there. I just waved hi to him. So there you go. And Mislav. Oh, Mislav joined us too. Excellent. So both of you are in that community. Hey, you guys want a little hint? You see this one right here? This is a Discord community that I hinted at in my support on my supporters page. I am starting to work on that and build that. That will probably be one of the features of regular membership, Mislav. You kind of said, hey, when are you going to do monthly or regular memberships? This will be one of, I think, one of the perks. I don't, I do perks kind of in air quotes. It's a perk that it'll be a place for those of you who are supporters to hang out and talk other things related to the channel and to the blog, or just, have one-on-one chats like you had in this chat room. Maybe this small group wants to just support each other on everything, not just the Mega 65 and other things. But those are some things that I'm working on for some of the membership opportunities when you become a member. So, all right, I have kept you all for, how long have I kept you all for? Let me see. And I'm still keeping you. And I know you've got things you want to do. So we've been in this for about, well, I thought it would tell me, oh, yeah, about an hour. And wow, we've been at it for a while. We've been at it for about an hour and 15 minutes. So I think this is a good time to let you guys get back to your Saturday evening, Saturday afternoons. And hey, thanks for coming in and joining me. And again, hopefully in the next couple of live streams, you'll actually see me using the ATEM Mini. And you'll see some upgraded camera work with the Canon M50 connected to it and some other things I'm going to do. The Mega is going to get plugged into one of those. I'm going to be doing some really cool stuff. I hope you think it's cool on the Mega 65. And it's really designed for brand new Mega 65 users. And it'll be some things that you can do not only with a Mega, if you have one, but you can also do it with the emulator. There's also an emulator. And if you'd like to know how to install the emulator, I do have a blog post on that so that you can get that and follow along. So, all right, I appreciate it. And I again, am so appreciative that there's 5 people now. Wouldn't you know it? 5 people just joined us and we're at the end. So for the 2 of you who just joined in, we're at the end. Go back, watch the beginning. We've had a blast. We've done some troubleshooting. We've opened up a box of stuff. We've talked about all kinds of stuff. We've gone off the blocks and we've just talked about a lot of stuff, but it's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to get out of here now, I promise. And as I always do, thank you guys, and Retro Combs out. And I'll be in the chat room for a few minutes if you want to chat.